What are the current economic news in Laos? Is it meeting its economic objective? What is the relationship between Laos government spending and its GDP growth rate? My name is Hung with another weekly recap of Laos economy, coming right at you on Banana Report. Laos is a low-income country with a growing economy. They still have a relatively low GDP, only at $11.24 billion, in comparison to other countries such as the United States or the Netherlands. The big indicator here is that the PPP, the purchasing power, is quite low for an average household, only at $4,600. Laos have a very unstable inflation rate, fluctuating between 10 and 4%. However, in 2015, this inflation rate have calmed down somewhat, now only at 2.05%. A very good sign for a developing country. So this shows that Laos is currently operating at its most efficient point, at the point of equilibrium, where 80 intersects with the LAS. This contributes to Laos' GDP growth. At 7.6%, this number is quite significant, because even when factoring out inflation, the growth rate is still fairly high, at 7.56%. According to the World Bank, currently Laos has a Gini Index of 36.7. This is a very good Gini Index because a low number indicates fair. What this means is that people in the country are earning a fairly equal income. However, Laos government spending only took up 7.6% of the country's total GDP. So the 36.7 Gini Index shows that most people are earning relatively the same amount of income, although a low amount. But that's because Laos is a developing country. This could be an indication of the consequences of low government spending. A low income coupled with fair Gini Index could mean that there is a lack of education. An untrained, inadept workforce met most of the population into low-paying jobs, which amounts to a low GDP and a fair Gini Index. And this contributes to the inflation rate of 2.04%, which again is a very stable inflation rate. Laos' unemployment rate right now is at 1.4%. This could indicate that foreign investment in Laos is creating more jobs for people, thus explain the unemployment rate being lower than the natural unemployment rate. However, as this graph shows, Laos is currently operating at this equilibrium point. In government spending, the data available is only from 1984 to 2012, a very limited and outdated data source. But nonetheless, this shows an abyssal low government spending at only 7.6% in comparison to many other countries in the region. The strange thing here is that while there is a low government spending, there's a quite sizable GDP growth rate at 7.6%. So what could this lopsided information mean? Well, this means that perhaps Laos is dependent on some foreign aid, or some foreign companies are pumping income into the economy. This shows that Laos' economy is heavily dependent on the world economics. Laos needs to increase its government spending to make it more independent from the world. In conclusion, the future for Laos looks very bright and promising. It is operating in its equilibrium point, all the while maintaining a steady growth rate. However, Laos needs to be beware of how much it is dependent on the world economy. And the government should spend more money to increase the standard of living of the people. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. This has been Hung from the Banana Report. Coming up next, we have Vince with Kenya's annual report. Thank you for watching.